Boris Johnson's Trade Secretary is facing an angry rebellion from cross-party MPs over claims she is avoiding scrutiny over the impact of Brexit on UK trade. Opposition parties have written to Liz Truss accusing her of refusing to answer questions about post-Brexit trade with Europe at the dispatch box on key issues including a ban on the EU of UK shellfish exports. Ms. Truss is alleged to have transferred all questions about the topic at a forthcoming session of the Commons on February 25 to other government departments, the letter claims. The letter said 6 members from different parties had been informed by the Speaker's office that their questions have been transferred to other ministers at the request of your department. The correspondence added, the only 3 EU-related questions left are one from a Conservative MP, and the final 2 questions on the order paper, which, as you know, are highly unlikely to be reached. The letter signed by 6 opposition parties, led by Labour's Shadow Trade Secretary Emily Thornberry, also claims the International Trade Secretary was shirking responsibility for the failures of your colleagues elsewhere in government. Opposition parties, including the SNP, Labour, Lib Dems, Plaid Cymru, Green Party and SDLP also accused Ms. Truss of having her head in the sand. It added, at a time when British exporters are crying out for the government to acknowledge and address the problems they are facing in the wake of Brexit, the Secretary of State for International Trade simply cannot put their head in the sand and pretend these issues are not their concern. The parties went on to say to Ms. Truss that there was no logical reason for you to refuse to answer questions about the UK's trading relationships with the EU, let alone inward investment in Northern Ireland. It continues, officials in your department, including those employed in European capitals, are working hard every day to help UK businesses with their trade and investment activity and to resolve their export problems, and the least they all deserve is a Secretary of State prepared to answer questions about that work in Parliament. Most extraordinary of all, you are refusing to answer questions about the serious crisis affecting UK shellfish and fish exporters, and about the future of inward investment in Northern Ireland.